Once again, I gotta come in here and ask you guys how you feeling about My Hero Academia's anime right now with season 6, because I'm just gonna keep on saying it until y'all get it through y'all heads that My Hero Academia right now is absolutely flames. This is wow, I'm kind of going crazy thinking about it. I must go. The time is now. I must go. It's time to get out. Hey guys, ForneverWorld here, and if you would like to support my channel and everything I've got going on, I would super appreciate it, and there's benefits. Because joining the different tiers in my channel membership can offer things such as exclusive videos that you won't be able to see anywhere else, opportunities for major anime and manga giveaways, including volumes, DVDs, merchandise, not to mention if you want a shout out. So if you would like to join my channel membership, link in the description below. I hope to see you there, and thank you for the support. This might be one of the best seasons of My Hero Academia so far, like period. Like if I'm comparing season 6 up to right now episode 135 of the entire series, and I think this was like 22 23 of My Hero Academia season 6, but if I'm comparing season 6 right now and I go down the list of which seasons it's better of, let's do it. As a matter of fact, season 6 versus season 5. Come on. The contents was supposed to make season 5 very much so have a good fight, but bar none, season 6 over season 5. Season 4 versus season 6, overhaul and all that stuff. And by the way, season 5 was My Villain Academia. You already know a lot of bot stuff. They didn't live up to the hype, all of that stuff, even though the manga was great. So season 6 over season 5. Season 6 versus season 4, overhaul and all that stuff. It was good, but that was the season where people started to notice Bones might be putting too much emphasis on those movies, and it's affecting the anime, because there was a lot of parts Medio versus Overhaul that they didn't live up to the hype. There was just a lot of things I was like, okay, all right, it's good, could be better. But yeah, that's how people felt with season 4 versus season 6, including myself. But yeah, season 4 definitely wasn't as hype or anything like that as the previous seasons, and comparing season 4 to season 6, I'm still going with season 6 bar none. So season 6 already beat the last 2 seasons. Season 6 versus season 3, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna stand on it. Season 6 over season 3. Let me tell you why. For starters, season 3 still had some of that stuff that I think it's the first 4 seasons of My Hero really had heavy, and that's like a lot of the festival stuff. I think wasn't season 3 where they had the rock concert and all that jazz, if I'm not mistaken, or was that 4? I don't know, but I know that season 3, half the season was like decent-ish training stuff, and then the other half of the season was all for one and all of that absolute madness. But I'm still gonna say, yo, season 6 from top to bottom has been phenomenal. We had the war arc, and then we have the Deku solo hero arc, the black hero arc, and I'm still gonna say, yo, season 6 over season 3, and that might be a little controversial because I know a lot of people love season 3 of My Hero, but I'm gonna say it, season 6 over season 3. Now, season 2, I might argue is the best season of My Hero Academia because it's Stain on one end, and then the sports festival arc on the other side, which the sports festival arc where you got Deku versus Todoroki, Bakugo versus Todoroki. So I might have to give it up that season 2 over season 6, and then season 6 over season 1. Season 1 was a really awesome way to start, wholesome, all that good stuff, but you ain't gonna compare to season 6. So if I'm going like this, it would be season 6, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 1, and season 5. That's the order of seasons. And I know probably people are like, blasphemous, how dare you disrespect season 5? I kind of like some of that stuff. Good for you. That's my list. But aside from all that, we got to really talk about what's happening with Deku right now. Deku is neglecting himself very much so, and you can see that Deku is falling apart. Deku is absolutely falling apart right in front of our eyes in My Hero Academia season 6, as he's trying to grow and develop at the same time and save the city damn near single-handedly. And I will say that, I ain't gonna lie, really looking at some of these heroes, the heroes that hanged up the cape, that they pretty much were like, yo, I can't do this, bro, I'm good on this shit, and walked away. Wow, oh wow, when you compare that to this one kid that you can say whatever you want, that he has one for all, which is a great power to have at the end of the day in comparison to some of the heroes that hang their cape up. Yeah, Deku is equipped with a lot more, but regardless of what, he's a kid. He is a scared kid at that. Remember, everybody always talks about how scared Deku is. Oh my god, he's scared. Even though if I was in that same situation, I would be scared as hell, but I'm gonna ridicule him. He is scared. He's a kid. He's learning. He's by himself, and he still ain't hanging up the cape. He's still continuing to go and still showcasing what it means to be a true hero. And going back to the very intro of My Hero Academia, where he says, this is a story of how I became the #1 hero, how I became the greatest hero. Like, that's why. Because while all of these grown-ass men are like, I can't do it, man, the society, this, that, and the third, Deku is still like, yo, dog, I got this. No matter what it takes. And again, it's taking a lot. It's taking a lot of a toll. He's falling apart. We're seeing a rift between him and All Might. That, oh my god. Oh, just thinking about it right now. That, fam, when All Might is there trying to slow Deku down. Because Deku, again, after the Lady Nagant stuff, which, oh god, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. We do got to talk about the Endeavor situation where they went to the mansion and All for One with the pointing the finger and all that shit. We got to talk about that. But fam, oh fam, that scene where Deku and All Might are out there in the rain and All Might is basically trying to tell him, yo, slow down, eat right, take care of yourself. It's okay to get some rest. It's fine. And Deku basically just doesn't even look at him, and All Might is like, yo, he stopped looking back at me after a certain point. And oh, it's just so freaking emotional and sad and great at the same time. And when All Might falls with the plate of food in the rain and stuff like that, you can see that that's a byproduct of all of the weight of the world on Deku's shoulders really hurting him, because Deku at any other circumstance would never in a million years, in a trillion years, let his hero, his role model, his idol, his icon, you name it, and Deku loves that dude. He would never let All Might fall in the rain like that. He would never turn his back on All Might in that way of like, nah, dog, I gotta go save right now. Don't worry about it, bro. Just go back. That is the weight of the world on his shoulders. Not only him focusing in on the mission and having disregard for himself, but also him wanting even to protect All Might. Because you gotta imagine, if the state of society in Japan is in a complete disarray, it's gotta be weighing heavy on his mind, that premonition that Night Eye had of what would happen to All Might. So he's trying his best to keep All Might away from things, because also he doesn't want anything to happen to him. So you adding an extra layer of weight on this kid's shoulders, and you got, again, the predecessors of One for All on his side and all of that jazz. But it's still a lot, and it's still making me there like, I feel sad for this kid. I ain't gonna lie. Seen him in the rain going through all this stuff by himself. I feel immense pain for this poor kid that is trying so hard. But yeah, we do got to talk quickly about going back to the beginning of All for One is a dastardly little bastard. Talk about a way to give the finger to your hated rival, so to speak, and his student, of him pointing the finger and saying, you're up next, the same way All Might did after the battle between All Might and All for One, how he pointed to Deku and say, you're up next to be the next hero. Him doing that, oh my god, I remember it in the manga and seeing it in the anime again. Talk about a savage, talk about vicious, talk about a cruel piece of shit, and then try to blow them all away in that mansion trap that he had Lady Nagant supposedly was supposed to bring, which it showcases like All for One was probably going to have Lady Nagant blown the hell up in that mansion as well. He was probably going to blow up anybody that came in there, including Lady Nagant. So even though he made that deal with Lady Nagant, he was going to do her dirty too. All for One, that slimy bastard. But then on the flip side of things, you got something that it's kind of like the core of My Hero Academia coming full circle, because you know My Hero Academia from the start till now has damn near always been, up until this season at the very least, that 1A stands together, 1A protects each other, 1A is always going to be there. So as you're having the breadcrumbs of 1A, they ran into Endeavor, and Endeavor kind of let them get the GPS to find Deku because they want to protect him, they want to save him. They're not going to let that little letter of like, yo, I gotta get away, I have this power and all of that jazz, they're not going to let all that shit fly. They're going to go after him, and it's going into a part of My Hero Academia that, while maybe you could throw the argument, dog, I don't want that, right now this Black Hero arc is so freaking fire, but kind of to quote a song, everybody needs somebody sometimes. Everybody needs somebody. It's true. I might have not quoted it right. I don't know. But either way, yeah, Deku is falling apart, and he needs people that are going to force him to accept the help. Even if he don't want it. Even if he's like, nah, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm the solo hero right now. I'm doing it on my own, Alfred. I can't be bothered. Alfred! He needs people that are going to be like, nah, you think you're doing that solo hero garbage and destroying yourself, and you want to play like you're this martyr? Not happening, fam. No. Because Class 1A are basically... Because after Class 1A get their hands on the GPS, they go and they look and seek out Deku, which quickly I want to talk about that one scene. There's one scene in particular where it shows that Studio Bones recognizes that Bakugo is 100% the most popular character in My Hero Academia, and that's not opinion, that is fact. Every popularity poll, Bakugo comes out #1 most popular character of the franchise, which is very interesting and tells you a lot about real world society, considering the bully that picked on Deku is the most liked. As much as society says that they don't really rock with the bullies, there's probably a soft spot and some love for the bullies out there as well. and the fact that the bully really actually ended up helping the nerd that he bullied in the long haul. Because if Bakugo didn't bully little weak Deku and call him shit and all that stuff, where would Deku have been? Deku used that as fuel to get better. So in actuality, that bullying helped Deku. So maybe there's something about society seeing that even a lot of people don't recognize, that yo, sometimes the bullying that happens works, because it helped Deku to become strong on his own and be like, yo, alright, you think I ain't nothing? Alright, you want to pick on me? Cool beans, fam. And look where it brought him. Maybe on Bakugo's side of things, it wasn't intentional that he was trying to give him character development, but nevertheless, it worked. So, yeah, I don't know how I went on a tangent about bullying or whatever, but Bakugo was animated so nicely in this one scene, dog. His hair, I was just like, they put like $10 million into the animation of Bakugo's hair. What the hell? And with the latest episode, Class 1A arrives and basically tells Deku, like, yo, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You running around here. There's rumors about, like, running around here. They're basically saying that you're like this crazed hero. You got blood stuck to your clothes from all the battles you had. I mean, you got that one clown looking dude that Deku goes after and shit like that. Like, you got a lot of things happening here right now. And Bakugo and Class 1A are like, yo, come on, just come with us already. Enough is enough. And Deku's stubbornness of like, nah, dog, I need to do this. I gotta do this. It's not happening. Having this face off right now looks very, very fierce, and I'm liking it. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Season 6 of My Hero Academia is one of, if not the best seasons. Again, I still gotta give it a season 2. Season 2, season 6, season 3, in that order. But it is fantastic. And if you're not watching it, if you've had some issues with some of the previous seasons, go watch it. This solo hero, black hero arc with Deku on his own. Class 1A trying to save him, the slight rift between Deku and All Might because of Deku's stubbornness and wanting to save All Might so bad that he's taking on all of this pain. You could damn near say it's kind of like in another way how Zoro took all of Luffy's pain. Deku is taking all of everyone's pain and still carrying on, and it's breaking him down. And yeah, he does need a savior right now, and if it can't be his number one hero, his favorite person in the world, All Might, to save him, then Class 1A is stepping in, because they've been moving as a unit from the jump to begin with, and it's going to keep going that way. And I ain't gonna lie, this episode and this season of My Hero Academia is amazing, and haters gonna hate. Deku is going to keep being great. He's slowly rising up the ranks into my top 10 favorite MCs in Shonen Jump of all time. Yeah. But I'm very curious about what you watching are thinking about My Hero Academia Season 6 right now. For starters, how are you feeling about Deku doing all of this on his own, this solo hero arc? How are you feeling about the rift between him and All Might? Do you feel like there's any justification for the way Deku's moving? Like, maybe Deku's right. Maybe he needs to do this, and, you know, he needs to be on his own. Or 1A, which I feel like it's just logical, 1A coming through of like, yo, before he completely falls, before he completely collapses and breaks apart, let's come in and help the dude. Let's come in and rescue our friend, our homie, our comrade, whatever you want to say. Let's go help. Your thoughts on how All For One did that dastardly little, again, I gotta say, fam, the way he did that was just, oh, you piece of crap, pointing and saying, you're next, just the way All Might, like, Horikoshi was snapping when he wrote that one. I ain't gonna lie, it was a super just like craziness. And your overall thoughts and expectations for My Hero Academia Season 6 and beyond. I think we got, what, 2-3 more episodes left, and yeah, I'm gonna enjoy every episode until the bitter, I don't want to say bitter, until the end. That's all I have for this one. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and subscribe and hit that bell. Yeah.
Lights be flashing and looking at me, such a odd unique, yet I'm so unique and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably read me, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.